and Wesley Goodstoney reside in tranquility. This land is also home of the Métis Nation Region 3 and all others who call this place home. At this time, I'd like to announce who we have for referees and starters for this afternoon's session. And introducing your referee for the women's events, Mr. Peter Lloyd. Starter, Teresa Stoft. Referee for the men's events, Scott Flowers. And starter for the men's events, Jessica Jensen. I'd like to introduce everybody to our singers for the national anthem again tonight. We have Janelle Lecomte and Julia Jablonska, both high school students at Bishop Carroll, and members of their chamber choir and vocal jazz ensembles. At this time, I would ask everyone that if you're able to please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the singing of the Canadian national anthem. And while we do that, I would ask you once again to notice our flag bearers in the pool. We have a number of novice competitive swimmers joining us, the next generation of swimmer from the University of Calgary Swim Club here once again to swim down our competition pool and open it for this evening's session.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. Car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. And the race is almost won here in the pool. Looks like it's going to be lane number 3 to the wall first, winning our unofficial first event and getting us ready for our first final. The first event tonight is event number 33, the women's 200-meter butterfly. Just a note for everyone that in event number 321, the 200-meter individual medley for women in the para category is being combined with event number 323, which is the 150-meter individual medley in the para category for the women. Our finalists are making their way out to the pool. The girls 13 to 15, 200-meter individual medley. Swimming in lane number 1 from Grand Prairie is Marley Monson. Lane number 2 from the Canadian Dolphins, Emma Liu. Lane 3 from Winskill, Naomi Minot. Lane number 4 from Kisu, Taryn Weatherhead. Lane 5 from Grand Prairie, Jessie Carlson. Lane 6 from the Langley Olympians, Alexia Morgans. Lane 7 from the Canadian Dolphins, Chichi Sun. And then lane number 8 from the University of Calgary, Sonia Bakshi. Mr. Referee. Top seed is Taryn Weatherhead in lane number 4 from Kisu, 2:26.87 this morning. Weatherhead is an entry time, a seed time of 2:20. She's out in front, 30.67. The first 50 meters in this race, followed by Naomi Wynot in lane 3, and then Jessie Carlson in 5. Both of them sitting back at 31 plus. And Weatherhead was out pretty quick this morning in the prelims. Looks like she's taking that same tactic here tonight. Through the first 100 meters, 1:06.58, followed by Minot at 1:08.0. Carlson's back at 1:08.2. The three of them up and out in front of the field. Lane number 2, Emma Lou from the Canadian Dolphins within striking distance. Comes the last wall for Weatherhead in lane to number 4. 1:43.4, 36.8, third 50. Not too bad. She could scare that seed time of hers. 2:20.6. We'll see what she's got left here. She's got a little bit more than 25 meters left to go. Great race for second and third. Lou is trying to close in on Minot and Carlson. And Carlson closing that gap on Weatherhead. She's going to come to the wall together. And it is. It looks like, well, we got a light touch in lane number 5. Right now we're showing Taryn Weatherhead as first at 2:24.32. Second is Minot in lane number 3. But I do believe we had a light touch in lane 5. We'll wait for the official results. And it is second, going to Jessie Carlson, Grand Prairie. And third to Naomi Wynot from the Winskill Dolphins. Results on the board are official. Next is our B final of the girls 13 to 15 200 meter butterfly. This is the referee. And we will have medal presentations right now for the 200 meter butterfly, for the women 13 to 15. Tonight we have with us to present medals two different national team athletes, I believe, presenting the women's 200 meter butterfly. We're going to have Tokyo 2020 Olympian Cole Pratt from the Cascade Swim Club. He'll be presenting bronze medal to the Winskill Dolphins, Naomi Minot. Silver medal is going to go to Grand Prairie's Jessie Carlson. And your gold medalist from the Kisu Swim Club, Taryn Weatherhead. In the girls, 13-15 in the water. Elle Carey swimming in lane number 1 from Edmonton Canal. Lane number 2 is Juliet Nicholson from the Kelowna Aquajets. Lane 3, also from the Aquajets, is Emily Golanowski. Lane 4, again, this is from Killarney, it's Avery Mitchell. Lane 5 from Kelowna Aquajets is Dakota Wyman. Lane 6 from Canadian Dolphins is Ridley Jenkins. And lane 7 from Grand Prairie, Britton Talbot. And into the wall, first in lane 5, 228.37. That's Dakota Wyman from the Kelowna Aquajets. Results on the board are official. And here comes your next day final. This is the women in the 16 and over. Swimming in lane number 1 from the Regina Optimus Dolphins, Annabelle Coleman. In lane 2 from Spartan, Bronwyn Wheeler. In lane number 3 from Edmonton Canal, Eliana Phillips. In lane 4 from University of Calgary, Haley French. In lane 5 from University of Calgary, Sydney Stewart. Lane 6 from Red Deer Catalina, Abby Baylor. And in lane 7 from the Canadian Dolphins, Angel Yao. Mr. Referee. Top seed in this A final, Haley French, University of Calgary, 226.72 this morning. Pretty close to her in lane number 5, Sydney Stewart. Her teammate just a couple tenths of a second back, and it's Stewart through the first 50 in 31.61. That is 1/10 of a second ahead of her teammate French in lane 4. And Stewart still with the lead as they come to the 100 wall. Sydney Stewart turning in 1:07.54. 2/10 of a second up on Haley French beside her. In third, it's lane number 6. That's Abby Baylor from Red Deer Catalina. And French really picking it up on that third 50. She's now in front by 4/10 of a second. Baylor closing well in lane number 6. She's almost up there with Stewart's great race for silver and bronze. Haley French with the lead. Here comes Eliana Phillips in lane number 3. It's going to be very close at the finish. It looks like Haley French in lane 4 And for that win in a time of 2:24.15. Second goes to Sydney Stewart in lane number 5, and third will go to Eliana Phillips in lane 3 from Edmonton Keano. Results on the board are official. We are going to have medal presentations in this event. Before we move on to the men's butterfly, we'll get our top 3 finishers to the awards podium. Here we go with medal presentations for the 16 and over women 200-meter butterfly. The bronze medalist representing the Edmonton Keano Swim Club, Eliana Phillips. Silver medal to the University of Calgary's Sydney Stewart. And your gold medalist winning the event in a time of 2:24.15, representing the University of Calgary Swim Club, Haley French. Here we go now with our next finalists. These are the boys in the 14 to 16-year-old 200-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane number 1 from Langley Olympians, Danny Park. In lane 2, also from Langley, Jihon Bay. In lane 3 from Edmonton Keano, Noah Thompson. In lane 4 from the Winskill Dolphins, Zachary McLeod. In lane 5 from the University of Calgary Swim Club, Nick Duncan. In lane 6 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Aiden Kirk. In lane 7 from the Richmond Rapids, Elam Yang. And in lane number 8 from the Vancouver Pacific Swim Club, Noah Deschambeau. These are your finalists in the men's 14 to 16-year-old 200-meter butterfly. Mr. Referee. Zachary McLeod in lane number 4. A lifetime best time this morning. A couple tenths of a second to be our top qualifier. He had a great finish in the last 75 meters of that heat this morning. He's out in front, 29.23. Second is Aiden Kirk from Kelowna, swimming in lane number 6. Tied with him is Elam Yang. Both of those swimmers out in 29.33, just 1/10 of a second back from McLeod. Nick Duncan, he's been 2:08 before. He did go a lifetime best in the 100 last night. Duncan's moved up into third. Aiden Kirk still second. Zach McLeod first, but not by much. It's very close field, and here goes Duncan making his move in lane 5. You saw him strong underwater off that 100 wall, and he is pushing up to the leaders. And McLeod and Kirk holding on as they get to the 150 wall, almost together. Look at this, 14/100ths of a second. And it's Aiden Kirk now in first. Zach McLeod is second. Might get some 207s out of these boys here at the front end of this race. Aiden Kirk is really thundering home. 15 meters left to go. You can see McLeod trying to answer back in 4. I think it's going to be Aiden Kirk, Kelowna Aquajets in lane 6, 207.65. Second is Zach McLeod at 207.80. And third goes to Nick Duncan, swimming in lane 5. We're just waiting for a light touch to be recognized there on the board before we can declare it official. Results on the board are now official. Next up, this is going to be our second heat of the boys. This is the B final, Mr. Referee. Medal presentations now for the boys 14 to 16 200-meter butterfly. Here to present medals for this boys event. We have 4-time world championship medalist from the Cascade Swim Club, Ingrid Wilm. Winning the bronze medal from the University of Calgary, Nicholas Duncan. Silver medal going to the Winskill Dolphins, Zachary McLeod. And your gold medalist winning the event in a time of 2:07.65 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Aiden Kirk. In the water in our B final, lane number 2 from the Richmond Rapids is Hugo Song. Lane 3 from Club de Natation de River Rain, Elliot Kyer. In lane 4 from Vancouver Pacific, Raymond Feng. In lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Daniel Asker. In lane 6 from Club de Natation de River Rain, Tristan Knoll. And in lane 7 from Edmonton Keano, Maddox Oliver. Meters to go, and it's Song up in lane number 2 in front, 141.3 at the split time. Song out in front and trying to hold on, but here comes lane number 5, Daniel Asker from the University of Calgary. And driving to the finish, Kyer from River Rain, and it will be Kyer at 2:17.81. winning our B final. Results on the board are official. And here come our next set of finalists. This is the 17 and over boys, 200-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 2 from the Williams Lake Bluefins, Jaden Johnson. In lane 3 from Edmonton Cano, Joshua Baldwin. In lane 4 from the Olympians, Torin Vandersteen. In lane 5 from Neptune, Sebastian Vauchu. In lane 6 from the Olympians, Marco Burgos. And in lane 7 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Paul Newport. These are the finalists in the men's 17 over 200 meter butterfly, Mr. Referee. Torin Vandersteen, lane number 4, top seed. Here's 2:11.0. This morning in the preliminaries, he's got a 2:07.67 personal best. Baldwin beside him in lane 3 has been as fast as 2:08.7. Vandersteen in 28.60. Baldwin 1/100th of a second back. Swimming in lane number 3. Right up there with him is Jaden Johnson as well. Johnson just a couple tenths of a second back, swimming for the Williams Lake Bluefins. 2, 3, 4, and 5, all very tight together. As we come to the halfway point here, this is going to be 100 meters gone. Vandersteen's going to hit the wall first. 1:02.09, just 5/100ths back is Josh Baldwin in 3. And Vauchu is right there as well in lane number 5. Top 3 swimmers out. Fairly quick relative to where they were this morning. We'll see what they can do on the back end of this race. This is still anybody's call here in the men's 200-meter butterfly. Baldwin, Vandersteen, and Vauchu all together. Look at this, 15 meters left to go here at the red marks on the ropes. And it is still a close race. And Vandersteen breaking away now at the finish. He's going to hit the wall first. Torin Vandersteen, 2:10.82 for the win. Second is Josh Baldwin, Edmonton Cano in lane number 3. And third, we'll go to Neptune, Sebastian Vauchu in lane 5. We'll turn our attention now down to the far end of the pool. The awards for the men's butterfly are happening after the 50 freestyle. Those 3 medalists in the men's 200-meter butterfly, medals presented after the 50-meter freestyle. Results on the board are official. Here we go with our next final. Here's your competitors in event number 319, the women's 50-meter freestyle, our para multi-class category. Swimming in lane number 3 from the Saskatoon Lasers, Hannah Ouellette. In lane 4 from the Olympian Swim Club, Brianna White. Again in lane number 5 from Prince Albert, Ali Deal. Mr. Referee. Here we go on this one. Brianna White is the top seed by time in lane number 4. Ali Deal did go a personal best this morning, swimming in lane 5 when she went 34.61. And it's White at the wall first, 32.92. Another personal best for Deal in lane number 5, hitting the wall second in 33.68. And here comes Hannah Ouellette at 53.49. Okay, the times on the board are good, but not the final placings. Finishing third will be Hannah Ouellette. Second will be Brianna White. And winning with a new personal best, 33.68, it's going to be Ali Deal. And again, medals for those events at the conclusion of all of our 50s. Next up, event 320. Men's para multi-class 50-meter freestyle, Mr. Referee. Kevin. You just let him know. Okay. It does look like those times are good, but we're going to have to wait to get official results. We have a couple different categories, so times are official, placings on the board are not yet official. Swimmers, please clear the pool. Again, the times on the board are official, not yet the results. They do have to be determined by the International Para Points. We'll get those to you in a few minutes in time for our awards presentation. And if you missed out on picking up on one of the commemorative t-shirts here at the 2023 Speedo Western Canadian Championships, you can still order them online from Esquire Wholesalers. If you haven't had a chance to check out the photos and are looking to order a commemorative photo from Rene Kardash Photography, also links available on Swimming Canada webpage to order photos there. We do have the final placings for the men's 50-meter freestyle in our para multi-class event. Bronze will go to Cam Chambers from Kisu. Silver, Edward Bears, Connor Bissett. And Langley Olympians, Fernando Liu, will win gold. Once again, all of our 50s medals are being presented at the conclusion of their 50-meter events. As we start the combined event 321 and 323, which is our women's para individual medley race. Next up, event 35, the women's 50-meter freestyle. Heat number 1 will be our 13 to 15-year-old A final. Swimming in lane 1 from the University of Calgary is Melina Kosick. Lane 2 from the University of Calgary, Ranumi Vishwarga. In lane 3 from Kisu Swim Club, Marley Windsor. In lane 4 from Killarney, Matea Gigovich. In lane number 5 from the Langley Olympians, Caroline Jia. In lane 6 from the Cascade Swim Club, Maddie Connell. In lane 7 from the West Van Otters, Gemma Duran. And in lane number 8 from the LA Swim Club, Taylor Ginther. Mr. Referee. Here we go, and the 13 to 15-year-old final. Top qualifier, Gigovich in lane number 4, 26.6, the only swimmer under 27 this morning. And she does it again. Another best time, 26.57. That's Killarney's Matea Gigovich. Second is lane number 5, Carolyn Shaw from Langley. And third in bronze, it's a tie actually, a tie for silver. Taylor Ginther from the LA Swim Club down in lane number 8 will also finish second. Results on the board are official. Next up, this will be the 13 to 15-year-old girls B final. Mr. Referee. Rowan Bibbert, top seed in the B final. Medicine Hat weighs 27.96 this morning. Taking the B down in lane number 8, Regina Dolphins, Chloe Hagee, 27.72. Results on the board are official. And here come our next A finalists in the girls 16 and over 50-meter freestyle. Swimming in lane number 1 from the Olympians, Sarah Fisher. In lane 2 from the University of Manitoba Bisons, Hannah Chanel. In lane 3 from Vernon Kokanee, Angel Loseth. In lane 4 from Glencoe, Sydney Kiesman. In lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Eliza Hausman. In lane 6 from the Cascade Swim Club, Chloe Baker. In lane 7 from the University of Calgary varsity team, Julianne Moore. And in lane number 8 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Abigail Jerome. Mr. Referee. Looks like we've got an alternate substitution coming into lane number 5. I believe this is the Surrey Knights, Yolanda Zhang. Here we go in our A final, 26.87. That's a senior trial standard. We had one swimmer underneath that cut this morning, Sydney Huseman from Glencoe. 26.77. Zhang making the most of this out of lane number 5. At the touch. Looks like that's Sydney Huseman winning 26.67. Second going to Abigail Jerome from Kelowna. And third in bronze going to lane number 6, Cascades Chloe Baker. Results on the board are official. Swimmers who can clear the pool. Next up, this is the B final. Mr. Referee. think we have first alternate Natalie Day swimming in lane number 4 from the Canadian Dolphins. A reminder to all our medalists from these 50-meter freestyle as well as the men's 17 over 200-meter butterfly, we'll be doing awards presentations in our para 200 IM. And look at that, taking advantage everywhere. First alternate from the Canadian Dolphins, Natalie Day, winning our B final. Winning that event was Natalie Day in lane number 4. She was the first alternate brought up. Times on the board are official. Times are official. We got to wait for the names to be sorted out. I'm sure they'll take care of that later as we move on to our next event. This is the men's 50-meter freestyle, and these are your 14 to 16-year-old boy A finalists. Swimming lane 1 from the Calgary Patriots, Matt Avey. Lane 2 from the Canadian Dolphins, Alvin Chan. Lane 3 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Jared Moore. Lane number 4 from the Okotoks Mavericks, Wells Ginzer. In lane 5 from the Richmond Rapids, River He. In lane 6 from Killarney, Balash Moldovan. Lane 7 from Langley Olympians, Manny Montegab. And lane number 8 from the Saskatoon Goldfins, Obi Nagoyan. Mr. Referee. Wells Ginzer, he just about cracked that 24 mark this morning. It was 24:11. The senior trial standard is 23:95. I think he's going to be very close. And Ginzer does it by 3/100ths of a second. 23:92 for the win. Second is River He, swimming for the Richmond Rapids. And third and bronze will go to Jared Moore from the Kelowna Aquajets in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is our 14 to 16-year-old boys B final. Mr. Referee. Yeah, a great race here in the 53 in the B final. It is 25:04. Lane number 6, Parker DeHaze, winning the B. Results on the board are official. And here come your A finalists. In the men's 50-meter freestyle, 17 and over. Swimming in lane number 1 from the University of Calgary, Liam Dennett. In lane 2 from Neptune, Emile Plamondon. In lane 3 from the University of Manitoba Bisons, Ty Unruh. In lane 4 from the University of Calgary, Gibson Black. In lane 5 from Regia Catalina, Jaden De Bruin. In lane 6 from Reitligen and Tübingen, Thomas Pratt. In lane 7 from the Spartan Swim Club, Dale Johnson. And in lane 8 from the University of Regina Cougars, Martin Chung. Mr. Referee. Top seed Gibson Black in lane number 4, 23.95. He was right on that senior trials qualifying standard this morning. Just a couple 100s off was De Bruin in lane number 5. Unruh and Pratt close as well as they come to the finish. Unruh, he's out there in 3. And look at this. First, Jaden De Bruin, 23.90, underneath that qualifying standard, as is Thomas Pratt, who grabs silver, and bronze goes to Gibson Black in lane number 4. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat number 4 is your 17 and over B final. Mr. Referee. Just a reminder, we're doing all of these 50 presentations. We're going to do the 200-meter butterfly for the men, the women's para 50 free, the men's para 50 free, and the women's 13 to 15. 50-meter freestyle during the next 2 events. B final goes to Braden Stacy, University of Manitoba, 24-6-5, tied with Noah Thomas from Red Deer, Catalina. Results on the board are not yet official. We get our medalists in the 200 butterfly and the men. To the awards podium. Miss Ingrid Wilm to present medals for the 200-meter butterfly for the men. Winning the bronze medal from Neptune, Sebastian Vauchou. Silver medal with Edmonton Piano, Joshua Baldwin. And the gold medalist representing the Olympian Swim Club, Torin Vandersteen. With that disqualification noted on the board, results are now official. It appears we have a three-way tie, 24-6-5, between Braden Stacy, Noah Thomas, and Gavin Reamer. Next up, this is the women's 200-meter individual medley, event 321 and event 323. Swimming in lane number 2 will be Lily Rich, and lane number 4 from Prince Albert will be Ali Deal, and lane number 5 from the Lasers, Hannah Ouellette. Mr. Referee. In the water, Lily Rich, Paris Storm swimming in the lane number 2. Ali Deal in 4 from Prince Albert. And Hannah Ouellette from the Saskatoon Lasers in 5 broke the Canadian record in this event this morning. Swam 4:37.73. We'll have medal presentations now for the men's para. Before we do that, since they're up next, we're going to have the women 13 to 15 50-meter freestyle. We'll present those medals next. And that will be by Ingrid Wilm. We had a tie for silver. Taylor Ginther, LA Swim Club, and Carolyn Jaw from Langley and Abbotsford Olympians, both grabbing silver. With our gold medal, weighing in time of 26.57 from the Killarney Swim Club, Mateja Gigovic. We've got our women 16 and over there for medals in the 50-meter freestyle. Bronze medal. We go to Cascades, Chloe Baker. Silver. We'll go to the Kelowna Aquajets, Abigail Jerome. And winning the event at time of 26.67 from the Glencoe Gators, Sydney Heisman. And Ali Deal in lane at number 4 coming into the finish. 3:16.19 this morning. Looks like she should be down at that time, maybe a little bit quicker. And it is a 3:14. That might have been a light touch. We'll wait and see that official results, but it is Ali Deal from Prince Albert to the wall first. And Hulette is right where she was at the 150-meter mark, within 0.2 of a second of it. Let's see what she can do here on the last few meters. So she's on pace for her Canadian record. We'll see if she can get down there again. Always a challenge to do twice in one day, what's never been done before. See what she can get out of Hulette from the Saskatoon Lasers. Swimming in lane at number 5. That time this morning was a 4:37.73. And at the touch, 4:38.80, Hannah Hulette from the Saskatoon Lasers. And Lily Rich, the only swimmer in her category doing the 150 individual medley, 4:47.14. And it does look like the times are correct. And the placings, Ali Deal will get gold with a new lifetime best, 3:14.65. Silver will go to Hannah Hulette. And Lily Rich will win her 150-meter medley category event. Here come our next finalists. This is for the men's 200-meter individual medley, our pair class event. Results on the board are official. Swimming in lane number 2 from Kisu, Riley Martin. In lane number 3 from Vancouver Pacific, Ramon Chatang. In lane 4 from Kisu, Cameron Chambers. Lane 5 from the Stedward Bears, Connor Bissett. And lane 6 from Langley, Fernando Liu. Mr. Referee. And off you go, and with that, we will present medals to the women in the para multi-class 50-meter freestyle, as well as the 200-meter individual medley, if they can make their way to the awards podium. Yeah. So in the 50-meter freestyle for the women in the para multi-class event, the bronze medal goes to Saskatoon Lasers, Hannah Ouellette. Silver medal to the Olympian Swim Club's Brianna White. And the gold medal from Prince Albert, Ali Deal. Medals being presented again by Cole Pratt from the Cascade Swim Club. Medals now for the women's para individual medley race. In our 150-meter individual medley event, at number 323, winning the gold medal from the para storm is Lily Rich. In event 321, the 200-meter individual medley, winning the silver medal will be Hannah Ouellette from the Saskatoon Lasers, and your gold medalist from Prince Albert, Ali Deal. And Ramon Satang in lane number 3 is in third. It is lane number 5, Connor Bissett in second, but here he comes, making his move on Cam Chambers from Kisu, and he's just gone by Chambers as they come to the finish. Going to be Bissett hitting the wall first in 5, 230.82. Second on the touch will be Cam Chambers in lane 4, and then third out of lane number 6, that's Fernando Liu from the Langley Olympians. You have medals to present in the men's 50-meter freestyle now. Our first set of medals will be for the 14 to 16-year-old boys. Winning the bronze medal from the Kelowna Aquajets, Jared Moore. Silver medal going to Richmond Rapids, River He. and winning the event in a time of 23:92, which is the new senior trials qualifying standard from the Okotoks Mavericks, Wells Ginser. In the men's 17 and over category, the 50-meter freestyle, the bronze medal go to the University of Calgary's Gibson Black. Silver medal from Reutlingen, Tübingen, Germany, Thomas Pratsch. And winning in a time of 23:90, new trial standard for him from Red Deer, Catalina, Jaden De Bruin. Results, times are official on the board. We'll get you official placings and final placings, but the times are good. Correction, the times on the board are not official yet. We'll bring out our next set of finalists in event 37. This is the women's 13 and over 200-meter individual medley. In lane number 1 from the Kisu Swim Club, Marley Windsor. In lane 2 from Grand Prairie, Marley Monson. In lane 3 from Edmonton Piano, Danica Douglas. In lane 4 from University of Calgary, Rachel Wigington. In lane 5 from the Terrace Bluebacks, Kelly Choi. In lane 6 from Grand Prairie Piranhas, Michaela Lauren. In lane 7 from Club de Natation de River Rain, Zoe Fournier. And in lane 8 from the Medicine Hat Waves, Rowan Bifford. Mr. Referee. Medal presentations now for the 200-meter individual medley for the men in the para category. Medals to be presented for the men's para 200-meter individual medley by Ingrid Wilm. The bronze medal going to Vancouver Pacific's Ramon Chatang. silver medal is going to the Kishi Swim Club's Cameron Chambers. And the gold medalist from the Stedward Bears, Connor Bissett. And Rachel Wigington in lane number 4 is your early race leader, splitting 107.37. The second and a half faster than she did this morning at the 100-meter mark. Accompanied beside her, though, in lanes 6 and 5, Michaela Lauren, as well as Kelly Choi, all turning within a half second of Wigington. Wigington got a seed time of 2:20.8. Plenty of room to move, at 25 meters left to go. Wigington out in front by nearly a body length. Choi sits second in lane 5, and moving up to third, it's lane 2. That is Marley Monson. And Monson from Grand Prairie into third as it comes to the wall. It will be Wigington in 4, 2:23.83. Second is Kelly Choi in lane number 5, and third will go to Marley Monson from Grand Prairie, swimming in lane 2. Results on the board are not yet official. With that disqualification in lane number 2, moving up into the bronze medal position will be Michaela Lauren from Grand Prairie. Results on the board are now official. Next up, this is our second heat of the girls 13 to 15. This is the B final. Mr. Referee. And now medal presentation for the women's 200-meter individual medley. The girls 13 to 15. The bronze medal for the girls 13 to 15 200 IM. Presenting medals. Bronze medal will go to Grand Prairie Piranha's Michaela Lauren. Silver medal go to the Terrace Blueback Swim Club's Kelly Choi. And a gold medalist from the University of Calgary, Rachel Wigington. And if we could get our men's 50-meter freestyle medalists in the para category to the awards podium, please. We do have those medals to present. Men's 50-meter freestyle in the para category. We get swimmers from Kishu, Langley, and the Stedward Bears to the awards podium. Winning the bronze medal from the Kishu Swim Club is Cam Chambers. Silver medal going to the Stedward Bears, Connor Bissett. And the gold medalist from Langley, Fernando Liu. B final won by Emma Liu, Canadian Dolphins in the 200 IM 229.53. Results on the board are official. And here come our next A finalists. This is the 16 and over women 200 meter individual medley. Swimming in lane number 1 from Kisu, Sydney Wilson. In lane 2 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Cody Wyman. In lane 3 from Vancouver Pacific, Lily Zhang. In lane 4 from Vernon Kokanee, Alexandre LePage. Lane 5 from Edmonton Canal, Eliana Phillips. Lane 6 from Edmonton Canal, Kaylee Crane. In lane 7 from the Regina Optimist Dolphins, Annabelle Coleman. Lane 8 from the Canadian Dolphins, Natalie Day. Mr. Referee. Top seed Alexandre LePage in lane number 4 from Vernon. Won a few breaststroke events here this weekend at the Western Canadian Championships. Just 2:26.11 this morning. She's been 2:18.0. $29.35 for LePage on the front 50. She was 30.7 this morning, so that's a fair bit quicker. Second beside her is Lily Zhang, swimming in lane 3 from the Vancouver Pacific, and then down to lane number 8 for Natalie Day, Canadian Dolphins. Saw her crush that B final of the 50-meter freestyle after coming in as an alternate earlier tonight, making the most of that opportunity. Page through the halfway point in 4 at 1:06.09. That's almost 4 seconds faster. We'll see what she does here on the breaststroke. She had one of the fastest breaststroke splits of anybody in the field this morning at 41.2. But faster than that was lane number 5, Phillips from Edmonton Canal. We'll see if she's got any room to move and can come claw back some of this real estate between her and LePage as they come to the 150 wall. Alexandre LePage turning at 1:45.80. Nearly 6 seconds faster than this morning. Phillips is second. In lane number 5 and third, it's lane 2. That's Cody Wyman swimming for the Kelowna Aquajets. Great breaststroke leg out of LePage. What a race for that bronze medal. It is LePage, Phillips, And then it's between Wyman and Crane as they come to the finish. LePage, 220.83 for the win. Second goes to Eliana Phillips in lane number 5, Edmonton Keano. And third and bronze goes to her teammate in lane 6, Kaylee Crane. Results on the board are official. Heat 4 now. This is the B final. Mr. Referee. And medals now for our women's 200-meter individual medley. Once again, presenting medals. He's a member of the 2019 World Juniors, the World Championship teams, as well as the Tokyo Olympic team. It is Cole Pratt. Bronze medal going to Edmonton Keano's Kaylee Crane. The silver medal going to Edmonton Keano swimmer as well, Eliana Phillips. And your gold medalist winning the event in a time of 220.83 from the Vernon Kokanee Swim Club, Alexandre LePage. Our lone swimmer here in the 200-meter individual medley, Bronwyn Wheeler from Spartan. 236.80 this morning. Got a few seconds faster here for the first 100 meters. 1:12.0 as compared to 1:14.9 in prelims. And Wheeler in at a 2:31.87, 5 seconds faster this morning, winning the B final. Results on the board are official. Here come our next finalists for event number 38, the men's 200-meter individual medley. This is going to be Heat 1, our 14 to 16-year-old A final. Swimming in lane number 1 from the Saskatoon Goldfinns, Kieran Dick. In lane 2 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Aiden Kirk. Swimming in lane 3 from Edmonton Keano, Cohen Chan. In lane 4 from the Richmond Rapids, David Maybaum. Lane 5 from the Olympian Swim Club, Tanner Cole. In lane 6 from the University of Calgary, Andrew Fenning. Lane 7 from the Saskatoon Goldfinns, Ian Canest. And in lane 8 from the Langley and Abbotsford Olympians, Jihon Bay. Mr. Referee. Off we go. Top seed is David Maybaum. Lane number 4. He swam 2:13.69 this morning. He's been at 2:10.93. That's just 4/100ths of a second over at junior trials qualifying standard in this event. See how close he gets down to that. Time 27.59. That's nearly a second faster than this morning. Seems like he's getting up and going out here pretty quick. Tanner Cole from the Olympians won the 400 IM. He is sitting in second in lane 5. Caden Kirk from Kelowna. Saw him win the 200-meter butterfly earlier tonight. He is sitting third in lane number 2. Maybaum this morning turned at 1:02.90. Here he is, 00.82. That's 2 seconds better. See what he can do here on the breaststroke. He had a pretty solid breaststroke split at 40.7. See if he can crack that 40-second mark here tonight on this breaststroke leg. Give himself a shot at getting down to that junior trials cut. Tanner Cole still sits second. Into third is Cohen Chan, Edmonton Cano. Chan doing a great job moving up, as is Cole. Look at this. Cole is now in the lead at the 140.06. See what they can do here on the back end of this race. Cole's got a best time, 2:12.27. He needs a 30-point low to get underneath the junior trials qualifying standard in this event. It is a 2:10.89. And Cole, 2:11.41 for the win and a best time. Second is David Maybaum in lane number 4. And third, with Edmonton Cano's Cohen Chan, swimming in lane number 3. Results on the board are official. Next up, 14 to 16-year-old B final, Mr. Referee. And medal presentations. Now for the men's 14 to 16 200-meter individual medley. Once again, we're lucky to have Ingrid Wilm here to present medals. The bronze medalist swimming for the Edmonton Cano Swim Club, Cohen Chan. Winning silver. Swimming for the Richmond Rapids, David Maybaum. And the gold medalist winning the event in a time of 2:11.41 from the Olympian Swim Club, Tanner Cole. In our B final, swimming in the water in lane 1 from Langley is Kieran Benson. Lane 2 from River Rain, it's Zachary Mekto. Lane 3 from Langley again, Danny Park. Lane 4 from Killarney, Alan Piddock. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Dimitrios Malonish. Lane 6 from Vancouver Pacific, it's Raymond Feng. Lane 7 from Richmond, Isaac Chen. And in lane number 8 from Langley, Alex Felicio. It looks like it's not Alex Felicio, but first alternate Joshua Wall from the Richmond Rapids, and Josh Wall has the lead. Turned first in 1:45.22 at the 150-meter mark. Up as an alternate into the B final. We'll see what he goes here. Charging hard is Dimitrios Malonish in lane 5. It will be Malonish winning the B final 2:18.03. Results on the board are official. And here come and here we go on the 200 IM for the men, 17 and over. Phoenix Hislop, our top seed, 2:14.97 this morning. Just a couple seconds over that seed time, 2:11.25. Charging up pretty quick, lane number 5, Best Rexa. University of Regina swimmer out first at the 50, 27.74. And Rexa this morning, 104.70. For the front 100, let's see what it is here tonight. He turns 102.91. It's nearly 2 seconds better. Hislop, he is third, and ahead of him is Lucas Stryger in lane 3. Hislop did have a pretty strong breaststroke leg at 37.5. Bueller, though, he put up the fastest breaststroke leg of this field at 36.5. The second faster, and here we come to the end of the breaststroke. It's Rexa and Hislop to the wall together. Hislop touching first at 140.1. And Phoenix Hislop from Langley will win the 17 over 200 IM. Time 2:11.18. Second goes to Bess Rexa from the University of Regina on lane 5. And third will go to the Olympians, Finnegan Bueller, swimming in lane 6. Results on the board for that last heat are official. Get ready for our next race now. You see is event number 39, which is the women's 13 and over, 1,500 meter freestyle. And here we go. These are your top 8 top-seeded heats. This is the first heat. We had 3 heats this morning of this event. Mr. Referee. We did have 3 heats this morning in this event. Women's 1,500 meter freestyle. Swimming in lane number 1 is Ridley Jenkins, Canadian Dolphins. Lane 2, Kira Kennedy, Cascade. Lane number 3 is Cora Wilson, Cascade. Lane 5, Callie Saunders, Spartan Swim Club. Lane 6, Keely McLeod, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Naomi Minot, Windskill Dolphins. And lane 8, Mebden Keano, Kendall Priswood. Front is Naomi Minot, putting a 106.1. Minot as well as Sanders in lane 5 and Jenkins in lane 1 are swimming in the 13 to 15-year-old category. The rest of our competitors are swimming 16 and over. Medals will be awarded accordingly. Cora Wilson in lane number 3 is now taking over the lead. Wilson swimming in lane 3 for Cascade has a 17:43.94 entry time. Turns out the 200 at 2:17.49. Second it is Minot in lane 7. Third is Saunders in lane 3. Kevin.
I got a new wood in my view. Lord, my journey I pursue. I said I'm running for the city. I got the new wood in my view.
Fastest time we had this morning from the 13 to 15-year-old girls was Alexia Morgan's at 18:25. That will be the time to beat. Swimmers in that category. For our girls 16 and over, at 18:38 as our top time from this morning. 111 split for Wilson in lane at number 3. Pacing a little bit over 17:45, give or take. Right near seed time. Early into this race, though.
We growing up, still don't seem like we slowing up. 10 squad, we throwing up. Every time we showing up, get it while I'm living. All I ever hear is the clock tick, tick, tick. So I'm about my business and I'm running with you now. They don't wanna give it up, we gon' make it out.
Both her and Sanders, who's moved into second, splitting within a tenth of each other, 35-8, 35-9. We have medals for the men in the 17 over category in the 200-meter individual medley to present. Medals will be presented by Ingrid Wilm. The bronze medal go to the Olympian swim clubs, Finnegan Bueller. Silver medal to the University of Calgary's Bess Rexa. And the gold medalist from Langley and Abbotsford Olympians, winning in 2:11, 1:8, Phoenix Hislop.
Music from the soul, don't need them to help me if they feeling for the flash. They should take another selfie. Said I'm running like Mo Farah, so deaf.
So right now we have Cora Wilson out in front. Second is Kendall Brisbette. She's also swimming in the 16 and over category. Kaylee McLeod swimming 16 and over in lane 6. She sits third. Your fourth place swimmer, Callie Sanders, she's in the 13 to 15-year-old girls category. Here we are at the 500, 1/3 of the way through this race. As we turn at 5:53.83, lapping just under 1:11. It's a pretty good outing for your top swimmers here. Canadian trial standard in this event, 18:01.82. That's a senior cut. Almost all of our swimmers here have that standard. Kendall Brisbette sits just over at 18:06, but currently she's on pace to go underneath that senior trials cut. We'll see what she can do. She is sitting third in the outside lane in lane number 8. Kaylee McLeod sits second. She's back 0.6 of a second from Cora Wilson, but McLeod making a bit of a move here as they come to the 600. It is Kaylee McLeod now out in front by 0.2 of a second. Just ahead of Cora Wilson. Brisbette sitting back in third by a second.
Party hard just like it's Mardi Gras, cause that's what life is for. And we don't party hardly, we just party hard. And not because we bored, we party cause we born a party. We gon' move our bodies with our hands in the air and wave them all around like we just don't care. Yeah, motor in the house. Yeah, I'm about to turn it out. Yeah, and you know what's going down. Physically round. I like them moving. I like them moving. I like them moving. We like to move it. I like them moving.
Kaylee McLeod is gaining a bit of ground here.
We like them moving. We like to move it. Party ain't done
As we come to the 700-meter mark, lane number 6 turning out in front at 8:16.9. Second and a half back is Cora Wilson in lane number 3, and third it is still Priswitt. Swimming in lane number 8, Callie Sanders. She's the top 15 and under in this heat. That's the halfway point. And here comes the 800, Keely McLeod in lane number 6. McLeod does have a seed time of 17:46. She turns at 9:28 at the 800, 9:30 for Wilson, 2 seconds back in 2. And now into third is Callie Sanders. As we mentioned, she's in the 15 and under category for this event, so she is first. Priswitt still sits third for 16 and overs. Sanders lapping pretty consistently here. She comes to the 900. As her fastest 15 and under. She turns at 10:46. She's third overall. But lapping much faster than we saw this morning for our 15 and under girls. Top time was an 18:25.42. Now Sanders is lapping pretty close to 18 minutes. And this will be the 1,000 for Keely McLeod. 2/3 of this race now done at this wall. As McLeod turns at 11:52.1. Less than 500 meters to go. 11:55.5 is the time for Wilson in lane 3. Sanders turning at 11:58. Top swimmers here lapping pretty consistently now as we've gone, as I said, 2/3 of this way through this race. And Keely McLeod is still out in front by 2 body lengths and lapping very consistently. Another 36.0 for her. She's 3 seconds up on Wilson, and then Sanders back. Another 2.5 in lane number 5. Sanders outsplitting Wilson just by a bit on that last 50. We'll see if Wilson can pick it up and hold off Callie Sanders. We have 7 lengths of this race left. And Wilson starting to pick it up as they come back and towards the 1200 wall. We are going to combine the results from our swims this morning with the results tonight. Here in the women's 1500 meter freestyle, and we'll present those medals during the next race, which is the 800 meter freestyle for the men. Margins are still pretty much the same with less than 300 meters to go. And Keely McLeod, 200 meters left to go as she turns at 15:29.1. Wilson steady back at 15:31.9. Sanders is next in lane number 5 at 15:35. Pretty good split there for Wilson. She's still a bit of a ways away, but she did outsplit McLeod by a second. You're going to get the bells out now for your race leader. Keely McLeod is going to tell her she's got 100 meters left to go. Same happening now for Cora Wilson in lane number 3, and also Callie Sanders in 5. The gap between McLeod and Wilson, 2.6 seconds. Callie Sanders should win the girls 13 to 15 pretty handily. She's way out in front of the field on this one. 1.6 seconds difference between McLeod and Wilson. Wilson made up a lot of that room on that last 50. We'll see what she's got left in the tank. With only 25 meters left to go, it's going to be pretty tough. As going to go to Keely McLeod in lane number 6 from the University of Calgary Swim Club. Winning at a time of 17:50.24. Second will go to Cora Wilson from Cascade in lane 3. And winning the girls 13 to 15, that's going to be Callie Sanders in lane 5. Does look like now, unofficially, will be bronze Kendall Priswitt in lane 8 for Edmonton Cano. Unofficially, silver will go to Naomi Minot from Winskill in lane 7, 13 to 15. And it does look like bronze right now will go to this morning to Langley Olympians Alexa Morgans. Those are unofficial placings. So the times on the board are good. The rankings are not yet official. We'll get those for you right away because we will be doing medal presentations during this next race. And that will be for the women's 13 to 15 and the women's 16 and over. Up next, this is our heat number 1. This is our third heat that we'll be swimming today in the time final men's 800 meter freestyle. Mr. Referee.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
And we do have our official results, so we're doing medal presentations right away. In the water, your top heat of the 800 meter freestyle, swimming in lane number 1 from Spartan, Morgan Sparks. In lane 2 from Langley, Yannick Morgans. In lane 3 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Aiden Kirk. Lane 4 from Winskill, Zachary McLeod. Lane 5 from Edmonton Cano, Andrew Chilton. Lane 6 from Spartan, Nail Johnson. Lane 7 from Edmonton Cano, Zachary Bowie. In lane 8 from Winskill Dolphins, Jeremy Slynn. Medals now in the women's 1500 meter freestyle, starting with the 13 to 15-year-old category. Winning the bronze medal from the Langley Olympians, Alexa Morgans. Silver medal will go to the Winskill Dolphins, Naomi Minot. And the gold medal from the Spartan Swim Club, Callie Saunders. Medals now for our women 16 and over, 1500 meter freestyle. Winning the bronze medal, representing the Edmonton Cano Swim Club, Kendall Priswitt. Silver medal going to the Cascade Swim Club's Cora Wilson. And the gold medal going to the University of Calgary Swim Club's Keely McLeod, winning in a time of 17:50.24. So top time in our 15 and over category this morning, 8:56.74. That was Aiden Georgie from the Olympians. 16, 17 and over boys. And 9 minutes, .05. That was Finnegan Bueller from the Olympians. And through 300 meters right now is Zachary McLeod, 3:13.48. It's followed by Andrew Chilton, Edmonton Keanu, and then Chilton's teammate in lane 7, Zachary Bowie, right there as well. There goes McLeod, but right with each other, separated by 7 100s. Two teammates from Edmonton Keanu, Andrew Chilton and Zach Bowie. Zach McLeod's got a seed time of 8:35.59. Chilton at 8:41.0. And Bowie at 8:47.7. Chilton trying to make a move on McLeod. It's the halfway point as we turn at 420.1, 420.8. Top two swimmers, Bowie just a hair back at 421.3 down in lane 7. McLeod breaking the loose a little bit on that last 50. He was almost a half second better than Chilton. Bowie picking it up as well. He's gained a little bit of ground back on Chilton as they come to the 500 meter mark. There goes McLeod at 5:26.6, 5:27.7 for Chilton. Just a half second back is Bowie at 5:28.3. Keep your eye on lane 3, Aiden Kirk. Won all sorts of events this weekend, including the 400 meter freestyle, so not a stranger to these longer events. And Aiden Kirk now moving within a second from Zachary Bowie for that last podium position. For the 16 and unders. Bowie breathing to the right, doesn't see Kirk on his left side as they go through the 600. McLeod turning at 6:33.0. Chilton is there at 6:34.6. And then 9/10 of a second separating lane number 3 and lane 7. Could have some of these swimmers down pretty close to their seed times if they can pick up the pace ever so slightly over these last 150 meters. The gap between lane 3 and lane number 7 has just shrunk to 1/10 of a second. The bells will come out, telling these swimmers to pick it up and get going with only 100 meters left to go at this wall. Not much left, 100 meters to go. Zach McLeod, Andrew Chilton, Zach Bowie, and Aiden Clerk all together. McLeod's got a bit of an advantage as he comes to that last wall. We'll see if he's got any legs on the pickup as he comes around and up. See him picking up the tempo. We'll see if he goes to the legs. Big legs happening in 3 and 7. As we race to the finish of this men's 800-meter freestyle, here comes Kirk, firing home in lane number 3. He's really making his move here at the very end of the race. For this one is all Zachary McLeod in lane number 4. To the wall, 8:43.09. Second is Andrew Chilton at 8:44.18. Third will be Kirk in lane 3, and fourth is Bowie. McLeod, he is swimming in the 16 and under category. Looks like all of those top 4 swimmers were in the 16 and under category. And all sorts of best times there in that last heat. The times are good. We'll get you results so we can hand out our medals momentarily as we get ourselves organized for our next event, which is the 4x100 meter mixed medley relay. The time final event. We got 5 heats. This will be heat number 1 of 5. Mr. Referee. In just a couple moments, we'll also have medal presentations for the men's 800-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. And here we go in the first of 5 heats. And the women's the mixed 4x100 medley relay, swimming in lane number 2. The team from Ridge. Lane number 3, Surrey Knights. Lane 4 is Cascade. Lane 5, Cascade D team. Lane 6, Winskill Dolphins. And lane 7, Club de Natation de River Rain. Some medal presentations coming up here now. The men's 800-meter freestyle. First up will be the boys in the 14 to 16-year-old category. Followed by the 17 and overs. And first up, the boys 14 to 16. Bronze medal. We'll go to Kelowna Aquajets, Aiden Kirk. Silver. We'll go to Edmonton Pianos, Andrew Chilton. And your gold medalist winning the event in a time of 8:43.09 from the Winskill Dolphins, Zachary McLeod. And now medal presentations for the 17 and over men 800-meter freestyle. Winning the bronze medal from the Olympian Swim Club, Finnegan Bueller. Silver medal going to the Spartan Swim Club's Nail Johnson. And the gold medalist, also from Spartan, winning in an 8:53.82, Morgan Sparks. And going to be a close finish here in our first heat. Looks like it's going to go to lane number 4, the Cascade Swim Club, with Jacob Windsor anchoring at a time of 4:23.74. Times on the board are good, so we're moving on to heat number 2 of 5, Mr. Referee. Here we go, heat number 2. Swimming in lane number 1, it is Kisu. In lane 2, Killarney. In lane 3, the Okotoks Mavericks. In lane 4, Saskatoon Goldfins. In lane 5, Neptune Natation. In lane 6, Kelowna Aquajets. In lane 7, the Calgary Winter Club Sea Lions. And in lane number 8, the Okotoks Mavericks A-Team. Big lead here by Aiden Kirk, fresh out of the 800-meter freestyle. Oh, the frying pan into the fire, so to speak. 102.54 for Kirk to lead Kelowna through that first leg of backstroke. They got their breaststroker Abigail Nilsson in the water. After our relays, we'll be presenting awards for the relays, as well as our aggregate and our Western Canadian Team Championship banner.
When I go in the arena, make the ground shake, make the crowd scream. Me feeling no gun, the enemy. Bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner. Keep on the game, me a winner. Your man, them know me a leader. When I come in the arena.
Mavericks taking over the lead in lane number 8, 2:15.26. At the halfway point.
When I come in the arena. Let's go.
Here comes Caden Kodowich. Like that was Wells Ginzer finishing butterfly, and it is Mackenzie Hurd into the water on freestyle. Okotoks has built himself up a fair lead here in lane number 8 as they turn at 3:41. 7 seconds up on Killarney. We had a 4:23.70 in heat 1 by Cascade. And Okotoks Mavericks winning our second heat, 4:13.68. The disqualification in the heat number 2. Looks like lane 3 has been disqualified. Times on the board are good, so here is heat number 3. In heat 3, swimming in lane number 1, Edmonton Canal. Lane 2 is Cascade. Lane 3 is the A-team from Cascade. Lane 4, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Edmonton Canal is their A-team. Lane 6, Gold. Lane 7, River Rain. And lane 8, the Canadian Dolphins. Cascade, the B team out. Jonas Smith at 29.9 on the first 50. Followed by the River Rains in lane number 7 with Elliot Kyer. At the touch, it's going to be Smith, 101.96. A couple 100s ahead of the River Rains in lane number 7. Into the water for breaststroke is Joanna Robertson. Saskatoon having a pretty good breaststroke leg. Got a hold and lease. He's up ahead of lane 2 and lane 3, the two teams from Cascade as their butterflyer gets ready to dive in. It is Rebecca Moore in lane 6. Cascade in lane number 2, it will be Dawson Sheehan. And Cascade in 3, Parker DeHaze. And DeHaze moving by the field now, eclipsing his teammate Sheehan in lane 2. Keep your eye on lane 5, Edmonton Canal, thundering hard here. Joshua Baldwin bringing his team up into contention as the freestylers get ready to go in. Cascade in 3, it is Chloe Baker. For Cascade in 2, Maddie Connell. And for Cano in lane number 5, Kaylee Crane.
Did I really just forget that melody?
Top time at 4:13.18. And in the previous heat by the Okotoks Mavericks.
Baby so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la. I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la. How I try like that? Amex, no cap, _. They wonder how I go up like that. I rap my lyrics.
And Chloe Baker finishing strong for Cascade in 3, 4:13:35.
With my jewels, but check the bag. Finally got the money, say my thanks. When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of la chop. Baby, so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la, la la la. I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la, la la la. How I try like that. I'm at the bank again. They wonder how I go up like that. Pink whip with flames all on the side. They wonder how I try like that. Got that Gucci on my body, now she try me woo. Pop the Lucy goosey, sussy boy, I keep you cool. Got the paper, went to school, be careful who you callin' fool. Ay. Hey. When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of la chop. Baby, so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la, la la la. I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your singing la 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 la, la la la.
Times on the board are good. Moving on now to heat number 4. And heat number 4 in the water. Swimming in lane number 1, University of Calgary. Lane 2, the H team from University of Calgary. Lane 3, University of Calgary C. Lane 4, their G team. Lane 5, their D team. Lane 6, Kelowna. Lane number 7 is Killarney. One 102.25 is a split out of lane number 3 on the backstroke. That's Andrew Byrne from the University of Calgary C team. Mixed medley relay, brand new at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Seen it at the World Championships a few times, but it made its Olympic debut at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. So 4:13.18 from Heat 2 stands as our fastest time so far tonight. That's the Okotoks Mavericks. Kelowna taking over the lead at the halfway point. To 11:54 is the split time. That was Alex McDonald in the water on butterfly duties. It's Emily Golonowski. University of Calgary, their G team chasing him down with Sydney Stewart. And here we go, one swimmer left for the University of Calgary in lane 4. It's going to be Claire Bennett. For the Kelowna Aquajets in lane 6, Abigail Jerome. And keep your guy on lane number 7, Balash Moldovan from Killarney diving in third. And Moldovan brought his team to striking distance here in lane number 7. He is closing hard on the University of Calgary. Does he have enough room? Balash Moldovan and Claire Bennett. And it is University of Calgary in 4:15.71, winning heat 4. Time to beat still stands from the Mavericks in heat 2. And then there was only one, our 5th and our final heat on the mixed 400-meter medley relay. Results and times on the boards are good. Get official placing shortly. So coming up next, our last heat of our last event here on the last night of finals of the 2003 Speedo Western Canadian Championships. Mr. Referee. And here we go with our final heat. Swimming in lane number 1, Neptune. Lane number 2 is the Olympian Swim Club. Lane number 3 is the Kelowna Aquajets. Lane 4, University of Calgary. Lane number 5, Spartan. Lane number 6, Canadian Dolphins. Lane 7 is the West Van Otters. And lane number 8, the University of Manitoba Bisons. And it's a mixed medley, so we're going to see that the lead change all sorts of times. West Van Otters right now, and Natasha Baromeo out in front as she hits 100, 104.88. Second it is Neptune in lane number 1, followed by University of Calgary third in 3.
He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gonna take the life that drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
It's West Van, followed by Neptune, and then the Olympians now moving into third, just ahead of the University of Calgary. Mavericks still stand at the top of the pack with their 4:13 in heat number 2. Butterflyers are getting ready to go in for West Van. It's going to be Adam Joza. For the Olympians, currently in second, Torin Vandersteen, and for Neptune, Yulia Shotskodash. Lead a little bit less than a second for West Van over the Olympians. All sorts of different strategies at play here in this mixed medley relay. You've got to swim 2 women and 2 men, but you can do it in any order you like. Vanderstein almost up. And even with Josa has her anchor legs yet ready to go. It's going to be Lane Burbick for the Olympians. For West Van, it will be Gemma Duran. Dead even. 0.2 of a second is all that separates lane 2 and lane 7. But watch out. The University of Calgary, which was 4th, is now 3rd. And they're trying to close that gap in a hurry on West Van in 7 and the Olympians in 2. For the University of Calgary is Gibson Black on the end. He's made up 4 seconds in that 50 alone, and he sits only 2 back. And here comes the University of Calgary moving themselves into first place, coming in to win the final race of the night. And it's a hard-fought race for silver in 2 and 7. 4:07.25 wins. West Van Outers in for second, and at the touch on the very last stroke, grabbing bronze, will be Neptune in lane 1. And just a note for all of our swimmers, while we're getting those results tabulated, we will be presenting the awards for the relays, the aggregate awards. The warm down pool in the training pool is closed. Swimmers looking to warm down, you can use the competition pool. Once again, competition pool is available for warm down. Warm down in the training pool is now closed. Times on the board are good. So we'll be presenting the medals for the relays in just a moment. So awards up next for this 400-meter medley relay, the mixed medley. Right after that, we'll have our aggregate awards, and we'll present the team championship banner. Yeah, they... Yes, you can warm down, swimmers. This is the only spot we can warm down. It's in the competition pool. We've got our aggregate awards, our team championship award. We're just waiting on our relays. We're going to present those right away. All right, now we're doing our relay presentations for medals. This is for the mixed 400-meter medley relay. Winning the bronze medal, representing Neptune, Leah Nugent, Felix Antoine Lemay, Julia Shasko-Datch, and Emile Plamondon. Silver medal for the swimmers from the West Van Otters, Natasha Baromio, James Gow, Adam Josa, and Gemma Durand. And the gold medal winning team, winning the event in a 4:07.25, representing University of Calgary Swim Club, Melina Kosick, Haley Haynes, Nicholas Duncan, and Gibson Black. And next up, we're going to have our aggregate award presentations. These are for points scoring for gold, silver, and bronze. We'll get all of our aggregate winners up there together. Winning for the girls 13 to 15 from Edmonton, Canada with 16 points, Eliana Phillips. The girls one quick second. And one quick second on these. Aggregate awards. Now we're ready to go with our aggregate awards. We'll get everybody up to the podium. Winning the 13 to 15-year-old category for the women from the University of Calgary with 15 points, Maxine Clark. Winning the 16 and over category with 16 points from Edmonton Keano, Eliana Phillips. Winning in our para multi-class category with 22 points from the Olympian Swim Club, Brianna White. For the boys, winning the 14 to 16-year-old category with 16 points. And we'll get all of our award winners on the podium together. From the Olympian Swim Club, Tanner Cole. Winning the 17 and over category, also from the Olympians, Hayden Vischer. And the winner of the men's para multi-class from the Stedward Bears, Connor Bissett. These are all of our winners for our aggregate awards. Next up will be our team championship banner. We'll list our top 10 teams. 10th was Neptune, 388.5 points. 9th was Kisu, 474. 8th were the Spartans, 539. 7th was Langley, 570. 6th was Cascade, 626. 5th were the Canadian Dolphins, 638. 4th were the Kelowna Acrodettes, 726. 3rd were the Olympian Swim Club, 754. 2nd was Edmonton Keano, 919. And winning with 3,176 points, the University of Calgary Swim Club.